In 2015, Roland and I, along with his mother Mary and little brother Sterling, took a trip to Germany. In this video, we visit Marburg. Marburg is a university town in the German state of Hesse, located next to the River Lahn, about 60 miles north of Frankfurt. Originally, Marburg served as the capital of the Landgraviate of Hessen-Marburg since 1222. The town developed at the crossroads of two important trade routes, linking Cologne to Prague and the North Sea to the Alps. The town originated in the early 9th century. We are walking through the old town up the Barfußerstraße, Barefoot Street, toward the Oberstadtmarkt, the upper town market. It's a beautiful day. The old town is full of people. Here we are in the Marktplatz. From the Oberstadtmarkt, we walked up Nikolaistrasse to the Lutheran Parish Church. The Lutheran Parish Church, also called St. Mary's Church, had its beginnings in the early 13th century. Construction of the Gothic nave took place throughout most of the 14th century. Construction of the church tower began in the mid-15th century, and the wooden spire that exists today was constructed in 1473.
Should we poke into this place?
I'm not sure who this is, but undoubtedly he is one of the Landgraves of Marburg. I wonder if war damage is the reason there is no stained glass in these windows. On the right is the tomb of Landgrave Ludwig IV and his wife, Hedwig von Württemberg. Construction began in 1590. On the left is the tomb of Landgrave Ludwig V and his wife. Construction began in 1627. The organ, built by Johann Nikolaus Schaefer, was built around 1722.
Pretty dark church. Hey.
I don't know much about the altarpiece. It is Baroque. I really enjoyed the blue starry background in the center panel. It provides stark contrast to the figures of Christ, the Holy Family, and cherubs.
Yeah, they're medieval frescoes.
It is always a treat to see original medieval frescoes. This is an original wall painting depicting a clothed, bearded figure hanging on the cross. However, it is not depicting Jesus, but rather a young princess who converted to Christianity, Saint Wilgefortis. The legend of Saint Wilgefortis tells of a young princess who converts to Christianity and, in order to evade a forced marriage, miraculously grows a beard. Her pagan father has her crucified as punishment, and she becomes a saint, symbolized by the image of a crucified, bearded woman. From St. Mary's Church, we walked up a stairway from behind the church that led up to the Landgrafenschloss, the castle overlooking Marburg. You may be wondering if the church spire has a twist in it, or is this an optical illusion? A crooked spire or twisted spire is a tower showing a twist. Church towers usually consist of a square stone tower topped with a pyramidal wooden structure. Through accident or design, the spire sometimes contains a twist, or it may not point perfectly straight upwards. Some, however, have been built with a deliberate twist. In this case, was this deliberate? I honestly don't know. This isn't the only crooked church spire we saw in Hesse. This is the view of the castle as we walk up the stairs behind the church. Here we are, looking out over modern Marburg and the Lahn River Valley. Here we are looking down in the valley to the northeast. The church you can see is the St. Elizabeth's Church, which was built by the Order of the Teutonic Knights in honor of St. Elizabeth of Hungary. Construction of the church started in 1235 and was completed in 1340. The Marburg Castle was built in the 11th century. The Marburg Colloquy, a meeting to solve a dispute between Protestant reformers, took place here in 1529. Since 1981, it has been used as a museum of art and cultural history. This relief is located on the wall as you enter the castle. It shows a man in post-medieval plate armor, a woman with a plate of chicken pouring beer or wine into a bowl held by a gaunt man, ribs showing, with pox and a crutch. There is a bird with talons and a human-type face chained to a block. There are leaves sprouting out from horns on a crown. This was made circa 16th century and contains some medieval imagery. But what is it? What does it represent? If you know, please leave a comment. When we entered the castle, the man running the front desk explained the castle was now a modern art museum, and there wasn't anything to see beyond the modern art exhibit. We opted not to pay to go in. Unfortunately, I recently learned more about the castle, and inside there is a Gothic hall, known as the Prince's Hall, and a chapel with medieval frescoes. Now, knowing there are frescoes inside, I regret not going in. From Marburg Castle, we walked back down to the Oberstadt Markt. I like the funny turret in the corner and the use of contrasting red color for the half-timbered framing. As we ended our walk, I became overwhelmed with the desire for some ice, German ice cream. Here I am with my glorious Erdbeer Becker. Roland couldn't resist an Erdbeer Becker either. Here is Sterling drinking a tall beer.
And everything for pictures is so funny.
You do. Yo, you're being recorded.
I'm not going to talk to them. You don't have anything in mind to show to.
Yeah, your amazingly perfect coffee.
Ooh, look at that. Is it good?
Yeah.
I just showed stirring.
Chris back there.
Okay, I'm gonna eat this. I can't
Okay,
stop myself. This
really
is
good.
insane. Eat it.
We just got it for the camera. You throw it away.
But I do have to put cream and sugar in this.
You do?
I don't ever do that.
Why? Because it's kind of ground.
How about a giant? What is that I'm putting on there?
Oh no.
It said sugar.
It is.
It's raw, really.
Oh, it's because when it hit that, it looked like you put pepper in there.
Yeah, exactly.